are now entering a techie zone.
Alright, so welcome back into the mind of the techies world, and we've got another unboxing video for you today. It's kind of been a theme around here, but I guess there's somebody out there who would want to see an unboxing video of this thing, so here it is. Funny story about the tape. I can't find the marker that I normally use to, black out, the addresses and everything. So I ultimately used some duct tape. Some good use of it right there. But let's go ahead and get into this. Hopefully I can just get into this without scissors here or anything. Let me just move the PowerBook. What I do with these older computers is I tend to take these out and I take them for a spin every once in a while, just to make sure that they're still working properly. See, I got a nice shelf right here now to put all the computers. And yes, that is an iMac that is coming soon. So wait for that video, because there's a video about that iMac coming soon, so stay tuned. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. Hopefully I could just do this here without needing scissors here. Actually, let me put the camera on the tripod here, and we'll get into it that way so I can use two hands. Okay. So sorry about the horribleness here while I get the camera up on the tripod. Okay, so I bought a USB hub. You can tell by the title, obviously, what this is, the title of the video. But I bought a USB hub. If I could just get in here without scissors. I don't see why I would need to have them, but you'll never know. These packages usually sometimes don't always work the way you think they would. This is a brand new USB hub. I don't think, actually let me get the scissors here real quick here, pair of scissors. I don't think Belkin is selling this one anymore. They sell this exact hub in a 7-port version, which I may end up getting at some point. But this is the 4-port version of this exact same hub. And this hub is a little bit older. It's supposed to be brand new, and it looks like it's brand new here. Let me get this out of the way. I bought this compared to other brand new model hubs that are out there simply because when I worked at the computer store, if you've been a viewer of this channel for a little while, you'll know that I used to work at a computer store as a technician back in my hometown. And when I started working there, the previous technician left this exact same hub in the desk drawer. We used to have desks in the tech office that all the technicians would use as their kind of office desk. And the previous technician left this in a drawer in that desk. And it was this exact same hub. It was the 4-port variation. And I would bring my MacBook Pro to work every day, just simply because I could, and I much preferred using my own computer versus one that, I had to use at my desk for other stuff. So, and I would use that USB hub quite a lot, and I started liking it, and I decided I needed a new USB hub, so I decided to look for this. This is the Belkin USB Plus hub with cable ties. This is the 4-port variation. You can see this is what it looks like. This is one of the reasons why I like this hub, because of that cable management system in it. I think it really cleans it up. Plus, there's two USB hubs. There's two USB ports on the top compared to the two on the back. There's a 7-port variation of this in this exact same color. I believe Belkin is still selling this, just in a different color. I think it's now black and gray compared to white and this kind of turquoise or teal or whatever color blue that is. It looks more actually bluish green, kind of. I don't know. If anybody has a color, you can drop it. I mean, it kind of looks like it's kind of bluish, tealish or something. But anyway, Belkin, I believe, is still selling this hub in the 7-port variation, just in a different color. And it's much more money than what I paid for this. Let's see if I can find a copyright date on here. Here's some kind of a date of when it was manufactured, if it will tell me such a thing. 2000, I got a date of 2007 right here. So maybe this was made around 2007. Would make sense. It's got a date there. So this is obviously brand new. In the package, let's go ahead and get into it. And we'll set it up and see how well it works. Okay, so we're back here. Camera's on the tripod, and we're going to go ahead and get into the Belkin USB hub here. Let's see. Please tell me this is not this kind of really interesting. I'm not sure how we're going to get into this here. Well, looks like we've got a kind of a... I don't really want to ruin the packaging. Oh, we just have a little pull tab. See the little pull tab right there? I didn't even see it. So we got a little pull tab right there. And it pulls open. And we should get into it kind of like that. Is it going to slide out? Or what do I have to do here? Ah, okay, I see. We'll just slide it out then. Okay, I'll put all this back later, obviously. But here's the hub itself here. So here we have the USB hub itself. It's actually quite tiny. These things are actually quite small. The 7-port version of this obviously is a bit bigger, but this is the 4-port version here. I like it. It's small and compact, so I can fit on a desk easily. So there's the USB hub. Have here just packaging here, and all the other stuff should be inside of here, and indeed it is. We have owner's manual for the Belkin USB hub. We have the USB cable. This is the USB cable that plugs into the hub itself, and this end plugs into your computer. We've got the power cord. This is one of the reasons why I like this hub. It's powered. It's got external power, so you can plug in things like hard drives and things like that and power them directly from the hub. And let's see, what is this? It looks like we have some kind of Velcro. I wonder if this is kind of to help keep cables neat and tidy. I'm not sure. I probably won't be using that. Alright, so that's actually kind of what it looks like. It kind of looks like it's a cable management of some sort, but I won't be using those. Yeah, that's what they are. They're the Velcro things right here. You can see right there, they're the little cable ties. They're just little Velcro things. I probably won't be using these. So I'll probably just put those back in the box. So let's go ahead and take a tour of the hub itself. Okay, so we're back. Here's the USB hub itself. Again, it's actually quite tiny. It's a nice little small compact USB hub. It's got Belkin right there. All the cables route through this little clip right here. So it actually does has a pretty nice little cable management system. All the cables mount right there. You've got two USB ports on the top. And you've got two USB ports back here. That's the USB port that plugs into the computer, and there's your power port. It's actually a stylish little USB hub altogether. Let's see. Let's look at the specifications here. It's a high-speed 2.0 4-port hub. Blah, 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 blah. Made in China. No surprise there. Kind of hoping there was a manufacture date, but it doesn't say such a thing. Again, this hub probably was around 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. But it's still a nice little hub. So, there's the hub. Here's a USB cable that plugs into the hub to plug into the computer. Let's unravel that. I think everybody needs a USB hub nowadays. You would think with computer manufacturers, you know, taking away optical drives, you would think one of the first things they would do is add 1 or 2 more USB ports. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So here we have the USB cord, USB cable, cable, that plugs in. This plugs into the back of the hub. And this cable is actually quite, it's quite a good length. You know, I think that'll do for most people. And this plugs into your computer, obviously, kind of like there. So it plugs into your computer. Then we have the power cord here. This is helpful if you want to power your USB hub. I believe this USB hub can be powered directly through USB, but if you need things, if you're going to be using things that require extra power, like hard drives and things like that, then you need to use this. And you plug it into the wall, and that plugs into the USB, and this plugs, so I find the plug. Right here, this plugs into the back of the hub, and it will supply power to it, so that way you can power up those extra devices that need extra juice. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this cleaned up, and then we're going to figure out a place to put the hub on the desk, get it set up, and see how well it works. So I think I'm going to have the USB hub going right there. So next thing we need to do is we need to unravel our power cable here. So we've got our power cable here, and we're just going to unravel that. Again, quite a nice long little power cord here. Let me set it down here. Get all this unraveled. I probably should have the camera on the tripod for this, but I don't because I'm lazy. So here we go. We've got the power cord here, and as you can see here, it's quite a nice length. Not bad. So we're going to go ahead and get this plugged into my power strip down there. and we will route it back up through the desk, and we will plug it in, and then we'll plug in the USB cable and test it out. Okay, so we've got the power cord all plugged into my power strip down there. Next thing to do is we need to plug it into the back of the hub. Just take that off here. And the power port is right here, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to plug that in. Now, there's no indicator light to tell you that it's on, but I would assume... Oh, no, we do. See that little red light right there? Let me see if I turn the light off, if that'll make it any better. See that little red light? That means that it's getting power. So we know that it seems to be receiving power, so that's good. Just kind of like that a little bit. Next step is we need to plug in our USB cable. And the small end, which is this end, let me move my mouse out of the way. I believe this is the mini end, goes into the back of the hub. And it goes in right here. Only goes in one way. And that gets moved around back here. And we will route it. Ah, it's running away from me. And we will route it through my M stand, which I use for my MacBook Pro, and we will take it, unplug this doohickey, and we will plug, get it uncaught from the speaker cable here, and we will plug it in to my MacBook Pro. And now, if we had a printer or something in the back, we could plug it in the back if there was something that we always needed plugged in. So just for a test purpose, we will plug in my Apple keyboard here. So let me get the cable for that. Actually, I could keep this plugged into the back of the hub at all times. So what I'll do, in fact, on the back of the hub here, we have two USB ports. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my Apple keyboard, which is right here. I don't really use it that much, but I do use it. I think I'll keep it plugged into the back of the hub, so I'll go ahead and I'll plug it right here into the back of the USB hub, just like that. And now, if it works properly, what we have here is we have a green light right here. You can see we have a red light here indicating it's got power, and a green light meaning connected. They're status indicators. And now, if I pull out my keyboard here, let me just slide my computer back just a bit and pull out my keyboard. Now, if I have my keyboard here, let's see, let's go to Google here. And obviously you see right here, it works just fine. And let me type something in Google here. I don't know. MacBook Pro. So you see here that the keyboard is working just fine. So obviously the USB hub is functional. So we have that plugged in. You know, I think I'll just keep the keyboard plugged into the USB hub at all times. So it's always plugged in and I don't have to worry about it or anything like that. So I think that'll do it for this video. That is the Belkin USB Plus hub with cable ties. The cable ties I put back here in the box. I'm not really going to be using those. But that's it. That is the Belkin USB Plus hub with cable ties. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from the Techies World, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Videos, I've got about 4 or 5 videos that are coming down the line, so be patient with me, guys. As a college student, you know, it's difficult. You know, you're juggling schoolwork and stuff, and it's just a mess. But yeah, I've got about 4 or 5 videos coming up, so stay tuned for those. And yes, the iMac video is coming shortly. So stay tuned. It's coming. It's coming soon. Thank you guys for watching.
Yo, fresh haircut, fresh cars, fresh homeboys, fresh stars. About to bring 4 girls back 5 stars. Famous, without the fuss, I'm hard. From the